Welcome to the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Welcome to our members of the media present, our special class of 5th through 9th grade students this morning, and one special exchange student from Denmark. Where are you? All right, welcome. Also to museum staff, friends, parents, thank you for joining us today here in the Micro World Investigate Lab inside our beautiful Nature Research Center wing of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. My name is Amelia Cowens, and I'm the Assistant Communications Director for the museum, and we're all here for a very special occasion, the presentation of the largest grant that Biogen has ever given to a museum in North Carolina. But before we get to that, I am going to turn this microphone over to two gentlemen who will come and talk to you about the collaboration and partnership between the museum and Biogen. Dr. Emlyn Coster, our esteemed director here at the museum, and Joydeep Ganguly, director of the Biogen Foundation. A partnership that believes in the next generation of scientists, like many of you seated right here in front of me this morning. A partnership that led to the collaboration and the cultivation of lab-based programming happening right here in this lab, which you have participated in this morning and which you've seen on the screen before you. You'll also hear from Deb Bailey. She is the co-coordinator of the Micro World Investigate Lab, and she has a passion and a love for science and education like no one I've ever met. But first, Dr. Coster. Let's give him a hand this morning.
Well, thank you very much, Amelia, and good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining us on this significant day in the 136-year history of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. As many of you know, this museum is internationally recognized for its innovative research and education resources and for their scale and reach. Ranked among the top 5 of the nation's 35,000 museums in a White House ceremony last spring for its outstanding community service, this is North Carolina's most visited museum. And a highlight of our learning experiences about how we know what we know through research is providing access, especially for students in school, homeschool, and family settings, to what you all have experienced this morning, which is hands-on lab programs and cutting-edge technologies. On a recent weekend, this Micro World Investigate Lab, we call these iLabs for short, welcomed its 100,000th visitor since its opening almost 3 years ago as part, as Amelia said, of the museum's acclaimed new Nature Research Center wing. The quality of the museum's programs is possible because of tremendous community partners, the Biogen Foundation being one of our most significant. To Biogen and the colleagues who are here this morning, we salute your corporate motto that science is for everyone. We reached today's milestone as a result of a great working relationship between Biogen's Gina Renfro and the museum's Luann Pendergraft, and I thank Gina and Luann for that joint work that reaches us today. And to Biogen, thanks for the continued partnership and the support of the foundation that is being announced today. The museum will be able to develop and offer new and enhanced programs in the Micro World iLab, reaching and inspiring more children from more underserved communities across the state. And here I also wish to recognize the nonprofit Friends of the Museum who administer grant funds for the museum, specifically pleasure to have with us Susan Valari, the president of the board of the Friends. Thank you, Susan. More specifically, this support from Biogen is making possible hands-on field trip experiences to the museum, classroom-based programs in partnership with the NSF, National Science Foundation founded Center for Inquiry-Based Learning in Durham, and after-school and summer programs with the YMCA, communities in schools, among others, including at our new branch in Whiteville in Columbus County, about 115 miles due south of Raleigh on the North-South Carolina border, as well as other community-based family science programs across this state, North Carolina. Additionally, we are delighted that the Biogen Foundation will sponsor the museum's popular Triangle SciTech Expo through 2018. A prominent part of the annual statewide science festival, this year's event is set for Saturday, April the 11th. So as you can see, the Micro World Investigate Lab is a busy place, thanks in great measure to the visionary support of the Biogen Foundation. It's now my pleasure to introduce Deb Bailey and Christy Flint. Firstly, Christy Flint, coordinators of the Micro World Investigate Lab, who will explain what happens in the active learning space that you are in. And I thank all the students for coming this morning and being part of this special announcement. I will not interrupt your experimentation for very long. It was a delight for me to see what grows in my armpit. And I'll pass you over to Christy Flint now. You're handing it off to Deb. Welcome, Deb.
Well, basically, I want to thank you all for being here. I can't thank Biogen enough. We have been able to do so much over the last year, tripled our programming. We are reaching out to, as Emlyn mentioned, after-school settings at the YMCA and locally. And with this new endeavor that we're going to be pursuing, we're going to pursue a fluorescence microscope as part of a cutting-edge cell biology biotech series that we will then, once we perfect, bring to all 100 counties of North Carolina through distance learning collaborations here at the museum. So we can't thank you enough. The equipment, the things that you see here, Biogen has been tremendously generous, and we have tried to eke out every bit of anything that we could to bring science to everyone. Our passion here, this is our playground, and we try to get every student to come away feeling like not only is it fun and science is great, and they can do it, we want you to walk away having an idea of how you might go about doing that. So I won't talk any longer. There's enough people. I just can't thank you enough. And our room thanks you and all of the things that we're trying to do this year. Thank you.
So thank you, Emlyn. Thank you to everyone in the museum. My name is Joydeep Ganguly. I head of the RTP operations for Biogen here, but today I'm here in the capacity as a director of the Biogen Foundation, and it is a privilege, and we're really proud to support the work that goes on in this museum. Each of you bring the wonder of science to life through experiences like this. You bring the wonder of science to children, students, and families in North Carolina and beyond. That's a pretty easy mission to rally behind. That's a pretty easy vision to get behind for Biogen. The Biogen Foundation and the museum have a shared goal, a shared vision. It's simple. It's to inspire everyone in this room. It's to inspire the next generation of scientists to greater things beyond the realm of possibility and imagination today. It is to inspire the next generation of scientists to create a world in the future that is so much better than the world today. The lab here, the NRC, the Micro World Investigative Lab, is the perfect way of bringing that vision to life. At Biogen Foundation, I think it's been mentioned that we have a motto, a saying that guides everything we do within the foundation. Science is fun, science is for everyone, and science is the best way to bring about change in this world. The emphasis here is on fun, on change, and for everyone. Emlyn, the work you and everyone here at the museum does brings that vision, that motto to life. So for that, we do thank you from the Biogen Foundation as well. We are impressed with everything you've done so far. We are terribly impressed with what you're doing today, but we're most excited about what you can do in the future. The plans you have, the outreach programs you have, the hands-on experience you have, that's what excites us at the foundation. We're so impressed with everything you plan to do in the future that it is my total privilege on behalf of the foundation to officially award you the largest grant we've ever made to a museum in North Carolina, a 3-year grant in excess of $500,000. So I'd love to present you the check for that.
Big check for a big amount. Thank you very much. That's so significant, and it's huge to the museum, not only in monetary terms, but as a pace-setting gift to inspire, if I may, other corporations to think the same way that Biogen does. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Congratulations.